Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Boys Podcast episode 1. Today, I'm joined by my two special guests and my two special friends, TDV Dog and Crazy Jack. Say hello, guys.
Hello there.
Howdy.
Introduce yourself a little bit.
No. Alright.
Alright.
I'm currently looking at a picture of Elmo on the cross. So let that be
Nice, great.
lesson.
Okay, buddy.
Thankfully, we are finally doing this, bro, after a very long time.
Very long time.
Very long.
Quite a
After,
long
like,
time.
Yeah, but after quite a bit of hiccups. So today our topic is man-made horrors. Red, can you explain
Yes.
our audience what exactly man-made horror are?
Well, a man-made horror is like Giga Chad, but like 4 foot tall. That's pretty horrifying if you ask me. What about you, dog?
Man-made horror? It's,
Yeah, man-made horror.
I think it's Ray. Yeah.
Dude.
Or the ATF.
Don't-
Actually, yeah, the ATF.
The ATF, there we go. No, it's the AFT, okay? Joe Biden said it's AFT.
Well, he
so
also
it's
said 9
AFT.
people are the ones on the body.
It does. I mean, if Joe Biden says it's true, then it's true.
Well, he's also said a lot of other things.
You said a lot of other things.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is a man-made horror to you, Metal?
No.
Guys,
This is Earth to Metal.
yeah, someone was at the door. I have to go.
Rip.
Alright, so where we are?
Okay. I guess you don't have any man-made horrors?
Yeah, you don't have any man-made horrors? Come on, man.
Look, when you talk about man-made horrors, like, I mean, everybody thinks like the nuclear bombs,
Mm-hmm.
like
Mhm.
forced terminations, but they're like certainly more dangerous man-made horrors, like in our society. If you look around it, like that degeneracy, bro. So, dog,
Uh-huh.
wow.
What?
I mean, the red hill. Like,
Okay.
Dog, I said that to him already.
Stop.
That's a man-made horror. What are you talking about?
what?
That's the
It's
AFT.
the thing is, it's just the AFT, bro. It's their disguise. You see, the AFT is not gonna come after your guys. It's just like an actual like uniform. What they're gonna do, right, is they're gonna know you concealed carry because you have a concealed carry permit, right?
Right.
So they're gonna find out that you're going to like Disneyland or somewhere. I don't know where the Teletubbies is. I'm pretty sure they're not a thing, but whatever. Okay, they're gonna be dressed up as a Teletubby, right? And then when you're next to them, they're gonna whip out a shotgun and shoot your kid in the kneecap unless you give them your gun.
Mhm.
That's quite horrifying if you ask me.
I mean, it is. It's like strongly man-made. It's just horrible.
Yeah, it's literally like a man-made, the ATF, and then a man-made the dude that's in the ATF. So like, yeah, I mean, technically it's a man-made horror.
Do it else is a man-made horror?
Oh my God, what?
I don't know. I was hoping you knew something else. I mean, I guess atomic bombs are man-made horrors. I guess
I mean, they're not like that on that
Well, I mean,
level.
I'm like, honestly, is a bomb like that big, like of a horrifying thing? Because if you get hit with a bomb,
I mean,
right?
if you're North Korea, might be that big.
You
like-
get
like-
hit or die.
Yeah, it's like it's not gonna be like. But if you know what's coming, I can see it being horror then. But if you don't know what's coming, it's like a bullet. You're not gonna be scared of it because like you didn't know it was there, and then you're just dead.
Well, it's not as well. I guess tank is faster than a bullet, but like,
Yeah, it
you
just
get,
blows,
You get
like-
warnings, like it takes
what
some
if you
time
don't?
to travel.
Well, like look at like World War II.
Well, look at Hawaii.
Like Hawaii, exactly. They didn't get a warning. They just got like.
oh, wait, like the past recent years, they got the false alarms and stuff. They get warnings. It's just not very good.
Well, wasn't Hawaii like warning stuff actually like a troll?
It's a false alarm.
Yeah,
Somebody
so
hacked
like-
into it or something. The
It's
hit-
kind of bait.
Oh, I forgot who it was. Oh, I think it was Jim Carrey. It was
It was not Jim Carrey.
No, not. Let me explain. He's at Hawaii, right? I'm pretty sure it's him. I think it was some celebrity like that. So like that, right? And he got a call. He got like a call from like somebody. It's like, oh man, in USA, it's like you have 10 minutes to live. Say goodbye to your family or something. And he couldn't like call. It was like his daughter or something, or his wife to say goodbye. Like, dude, that'd be scary, bro. Just on Hawaii on vacation, all of a sudden get the warning that it's like nuclear weapons after you.
There's no way that was Jim Carrey though, right?
I
No way.
swear it was.
I think it was, well, the person who sent it was some like worker there. You know what I mean? That was in 2018. That. Jesus Christ. There's no way that's Jim Carrey. There's just no way,
No,
bro.
he didn't. What's it called? He didn't. He was there. Let me look it up.
Well, I mean, he could have been in Hawaii. He's rich. Probably has like, he probably owns like half of Hawaii, dude. You know what?
We
Well,
all know
you know what?
how-
You know what is a man-made horror?
It was Jim Carrey.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
So like that. Well, yeah. Dude, imagine just like chilling on the beach at Hawaii, right? Because like out of all beaches, you would kind of assume, especially if you never go there, so you don't really know how it is. You'd assume that it'd be safe, and then you should have text on your phone like, "Yo, homie, you about to get like struck by a missile, bro."
A man-made horror.
A true man-made horror. You know what is truly like probably the absolute? It's worse than a missile. Or type of man-made horror.
Yeah.
Femboys. They are truly horrifying.
That's a woman-made horror. That's gay.
Hey yo,
Nah, that's a man.
you were a woman-made horror, dog.
You were just yeah, something. You were something.
Dog's contributing so much to this conversation.
I am.
Yeah.
How so?
Who's like?
Dude, the whole Jim Carrey thing, I actually just all of that. All 110%.
Actually,
I don't want to hear it.
oh, you know what would be terrifying?
What?
Being in World War I, bro.
Being a German in World War One with a 19-year-old
Maybe-
American in your trench?
With a shotgun and a gas mask.
Yep.
That's quite.
That is quite the
Not
man-made
real.
horror. Oh, you know what else?
Yeah.
You know what else is a man-made horror? Chernobyl.
I mean,
How is that a horror though? That's more of a like man like
How is that a
disaster. It's
horror?
probably horror.
Dude, imagine when the workers there. Imagine how
No.
horrified you'd be.
I feel like you would be like
In that case, it's a
horrified, really. I
horror.
feel like
Imagine you living in the surrounding area and you hear a nuclear reactor exploded. Like, you would be pretty horrified. That like after the fact
that's-
and like around like not immediate surrounding areas, it's just disaster, right? Like if you're in that immediate area affected by it, it's more of a horror than just a disaster. It's so disastrous. It's like a horror, you know what I mean?
I guess you're like a small group of people. But,
Well,
dude, wasn't that one guy that got like radiation poisoning, right? And they tried to keep him alive, but it's basically what happened to him. Is, like his insides started just like decaying away.
yeah, he literally.
Yeah.
When
Is
you
that Chernobyl?
when you that bad radiation, poison from radiation, like you're so there's so much radiation in you and stuff that you literally melt away. And
You're like
you're just
snowman.
No, have you not seen the Chernobyl series?
No, I don't really watch TV much. I'm kind of a Giga
Dude,
Chad and
you
just
should- you
watch
should-
history.
yeah, I did
You should watch that series. It's really good. Because it's that one guy you're talking about, or some guy. They're having like a hospital, right? I think it's like a firefighter or worker there, and they try to keep him alive, but he's like literally melting away. Like his skin's like melting off and everything. It's terrible.
I would try to kill myself at that point.
Well, I don't think he could. He could barely move. His muscles are melting away. Like,
Yeah, I guess if you're melting away like a snowman, you might not be a very mobile person.
oh, it was terrible stuff though.
You know what's based, but it's kind of a man-made horror?
What?
GP5 gas masks with original, cancer filters. Because if you ever are in the situation where you need one, right, you have two options, both are equally. Yeah, it's because like you're gonna be horrified because either way you lose. You can either get radiation poisoning and cancer because radiation poisoning can cause cancer and all that crap because it's radiation poisoning, or you can just get cancer. You literally lose anyway.
Yes, basically you can get you can die faster or die slower.
Exactly. So like, I mean, you're dead anyway, and that has to be like a terrifying, or horrifying thing to know that basically you're screwed,
Well,
and you're gonna die super slow. Either way, it's gonna be super slow.
they at the time they didn't know this like asbestos was bad for you though, right?
Well, I mean, like, yeah, and then it was found out, and then Soviet Russia was like, you know what? That's a very interesting fact, but I don't care, and they continue to use it.
Cool story, bro.
I'm probably sure. Yeah, it's like a Russian moment. Like, I'm probably sure it's figured out in the 50s that like, asbestos was like a no-no, and then Soviet Russia literally produced GP5 gas masks and stuff with asbestos in them, like throughout the 80s. And I think they were supposed to start taming down in the 80s, but like, still there. So, like,
Look, are tomboys man-made horrors?
See, that's debatable. Like, femboys, yes,
Right.
but tomboys? I don't know.
No.
Depends who you ask.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as
Dude.
Fanboys though.
Femboys is
about
far
you?
worse.
What about you, dog? Tomboys are man-made horrors? What opinions?
I mean, no, but it's not horrors. But
Who's that one chick?
But
That lean beef patty chick. That's
Yeah.
absolutely just swole.
yeah.
Like, every dude would just let her, like, beat them.
Oh,
I know dog would, because dog is
No.
very submissive and breedable.
no, what? No. Nah, that's definitely
Dude,
blue.
dog. Have you seen
like? You just
What?
go ahead, Red. Keep talking.
Have you seen lean beef patty dog?
I don't know who that is.
Dude, how do you not know?
You don't know.
He doesn't
who
know.
that-
How does he not know who it is?
I'm already interested in tomboys like you.
Well, like it's not really that. She's not really like I guess a tomboy really.
keep
She's just
talking,
like
keep
a
talking.
girl that does things and like lifts weights and like Giga Chad ripped. But she's not like Giga Chad ripped where she looks like a dude. I mean, she's like a really like great spot, if you know what I mean. If that makes any sense.
No, not like a sense.
Yeah.
Not Metal understands.
Yeah,
We don't.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because see, Not Metal has more chromosomes than you, dog. Me and Metal have like way more chromosomes than you, so we're like smarter.
Sure, that's how it works.
Yeah, well, the more chromosomes you have, the more smarter you are.
Yeah.
As proven by the smartest man in the world, Alex Jones.
Alex Jones. I
Mhm.
mean, it's fact checked by American Patriots.
Exactly, bro. Like, they put chemicals in the water to turn the freaking frogs gay. So, like, and nobody wanted to admit it.
And-
But Alex
and
Jones
that's true.
exposed it.
And that is true.
Isn't he actually in a lot of trouble now with, like, the Sandy Hook school shooting? Or he has been for a while?
I have no idea. I don't keep up with Alex Jones.
Like,
I think he is, actually. I think he had a website
I mean, they,
that would, like, let people post stuff. You know what I mean? And he would not filter it or whatever. So basically, like,
last
open
time I,
season.
like,
And like supposedly there's like the whole Sandy Hook shooting and stuff was on the website. Like people were talking about it on there, like planning it and stuff. And Alex Jones denied. Well, I don't think he denied it. I'm not sure about that, but I know he did not. He refused to like hand over the stuff.
He definitely just blamed on the gay frogs.
Exactly. I mean, it is their fault. I mean, if we're gonna be
No.
honest about it.
he said,
I said man-made horror, gay frogs.
I don't know if it's man-made, but I
yeah,
think,
it is.
But it's the chemicals.
I think it's a
They put
natural
water. It's the chemicals that
Where do the
man-made.
chemicals
water.
come from? The earth.
They're man-made. No.
Well, in a
No,
sense.
no, no,
Well,
no, man.
Yeah, in a sense,
It's
but like in a
man-made.
sense,
Basically,
if you wanna
I
talk
take
about that,
no responsibility for this.
like if you want to like say that that's technically not man-made because it's chemicals and whatnot, it's put together and whatever, then technically nothing's a man-made horror because everything man makes comes from materials from the earth.
Yeah.
The only thing that's like
Yeah.
Truly man-made is you.
that doesn't even make sense.
Woman-made.
Well, that doesn't make sense either. See, this is where his him not having as many chromosomes as comes into play.
I don't think that's how it works.
Well, you see, with me and Metal having
That's
a higher chromosome
exactly
count, we
how
know
it
more,
works.
so you know.
I mean, look,
Okay, next
1
topic.
plus
next
1
topic,
is 2,
please.
and that's
Oh, you know, have you guys looked at like the leadership's like system in China? Do you guys know what really?
Yeah, it's basically just communist.
Yes, but you know,
Totalitarian.
basically what's the kind? It's not. I don't think it's a written rule. Like one leader has to do something significant, but it basically is, right? So like you've had
Unspoken.
all these leaders. Basically, every single leader has done something significant, right?
Right.
And then you come to the newest leader, whatever in the world his name is, Ho Chi, whatever.
Mhm.
I don't even remember his name. You know what he's gonna be remembered for?
Crashing the stock market, not the stock market,
No.
the currency.
No, because they're not gonna trash for their own leaders. There has to be something positive.
Taiwan.
No, he had a shot at that. He failed absolutely miserably.
So far.
Because I kid you not. Well, yeah, so far. I mean, he can still technically, like, if he doesn't do it, then all he'll be known for is COVID.
It's
That
clutch,
is literally it.
it's clutch a cake.
that's not
It's got a clutch
Ho
up.
Chi Minh.
Yeah, you gotta clutch up and take Taiwan.
Oh my god.
Because, like, people are really bad when he didn't shoot Pelosi's plane down, I reckon. Like, I reckon, like, people's like, the Chinese been, like, posting videos, like, hitting themselves and being super ashamed of their leader for not taking back what's rightfully theirs. And then, meanwhile, Taiwan's just vibing. But, like, can we all kind of agree that it would have been a little bit funny if they tried to shoot Pelosi's plane down and failed?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that close to their entire nation,
Yeah,
and they would have failed.
sure have.
It's probably
Like,
they
yeah.
didn't do it.
Yeah, they didn't do it. But it's almost worse in a way. It's like they like chicken down.
You mean try? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? Nah, fam. So they just like launch like Operation and Kill All Fish and just shoot a bunch of bullets in the water.
Operation No More Fish.
Get away with it, like.
I mean, it's a really
You should've
ineffective
done
way
it,
of
bro.
fishing.
Yeah.
You gotta admit though, I mean, like, no matter like what kind of political views you have, it was kind of like a baller move for Pelosi to be like, you know what, I respect your opinion, but I'm gonna go anyways.
Yeah.
And just absolutely, like, it was kind of balling, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Just some like 170 pound, like 100-year-old woman who's like, no, China, just lands anyways.
Sit down.
Yeah, like,
It's
That-
really
that's
100
pretty
years
cool.
old.
Yeah.
no, she looked at though. Let me see her age real quick. I think she's in her 80s. She looks at least 100 years old though. She looks so old, dude. She is. Hey, whopping. She's 82 years old.
She's like
That's
as old
Mr.
as my
Henry.
grandmother, I think.
Dude.
Yeah. Oh,
You know who's never? You know who's, speaking of grandmothers and old people, you know who's never gonna die?
The Queen.
Exactly, dude. How old is she?
She's already
Supposed-
dead.
Well, you know why? You know, if I'm not mistaken, it's actually illegal to die in the parliament.
Well, yeah.
Yo, yeah.
So like, she's found like a life hack, bro.
Well, is she in Parliament?
I don't know. I think it's like isn't there like a parliament? I'm not British, I don't know,
No,
but
it's
it's like a
Parliament is
parliament.
like,
Parliament
Con-
is
it's like
like-
it's like Congress or House of Representatives or something.
She's close enough.
She has
Yeah.
no political
No.
influence other than being queen?
That's-
Dude, yeah, could you imagine, like, you're the Queen of England? What are you gonna do?
It's just a title.
Nothing!
It's just a title,
Nothing.
and
Like, I don't know, that'd be so depressing. Like, yeah, you're the Queen of England or whatever, but you literally do absolutely nothing.
that'd be
Like, she's
amazing.
older than her to do nothing.
Right.
Dude, that'd be amazing. What do you mean? Dude, you just can do
It-
absolutely.
Like just chill in the battle.
Do what, Metal?
Yeah, dog.
Yeah,
just-
you
just
can get
chill in
absolutely
the
nothing. You get like
very
millions of
big
dollars.
towers.
What? I mean, like, how is it a job though? That's what I would like to know.
It's not. It's just a title.
I know,
No.
you have to get paid to be called the Queen of England.
I don't know why
That
you
is,
get
like,
paid anymore, but
No.
it's just you're just born into.
Dude, imagine, I mean, they have to do
royalty.
something. You have to do something, because, like, what if you're, like,
They have
dirt poor?
Yeah,
What if you're, like,
what they're
dirt
doing-
poor?
What they're doing is staying out of staying out of parliament.
Like, imagine, like, you're dirt poor, you live in some, like, African-looking place, you know, it's like the little, like, tin hut and stuff.
hmm
And then, like, somehow all the royal family dies out, some mysterious thing, I don't know. And then you somehow become, like, the King of England. And, like, the King of England literally lives in, like, a hobo shed.
Dude, we can't let the queen die yet though, because like
Well, I mean, the Queen's not gonna die, dude. She's probably gonna outlast all three of us combined.
yeah, hold on.
If she actually lives for another 10 years, I will be 1000s.
Bro.
She's
That's right.
96 years old. Oh, 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. You there?
Yeah.
Okay. But I see, yeah, the Queen's 96 years old, dude. If she lives another 10 years, she'll be 106 years old. There's no way she's making it this far. That is an
There's no
insane.
way.
Like, there's no, like, if she does so, like, I'm convinced she'll make it another 10. She'll be like the oldest person, not like
Yeah.
in modern day history that's been ever recorded. What actually is the oldest person in like modernish? It's like 110 years old. I think the oldest person alive is like 107. Oh my god, dude.
What if?
She's the oldest is 118 years old. Dude, could you imagine living 118 years? That is a man-made horror in itself. Like, that's a long time to just, like, if you live that long, say you was born in like 1900, right on the smack. Cars were a thing. They wasn't very popular. You know what I mean? Because not everybody could afford one. There was like, you know, really exclusive, all that. It was basically still the Wild West, kind of, but not really. It was like the Wild West, but a little bit better. And then you live long enough to go from that to modern day times where there's drones, airplanes, everybody has a car. There's a phone. Not only is there just a phone that can be in your pocket with you at all times and connect to other phones wirelessly.
Oh.
That's too long to live. That is just horrifying.
Exactly.
Like, could you imagine being like a 118-year-old woman trying to figure out an iPhone? That would be hilarious.
Okay, I'm back.
Your grandma's like 118 years old, ain't she, dog?
mean-
What?
How old's your grandma?
Your
80.
grandkids ask you.
80. I think mine's like.
Well, one's 80, one's 70. I think like 8 high 70s, no one's mid 70s. So I think grandmother, because my grandfather's got divorced. Well,
Ooh,
technically. Wait, no, I must have said I'm stupid. See, my grandmother was like 98, I think,
Oh my.
but she passed away a few years ago.
Oh, that's sad, bro. My great grandma is like. I don't know, like 85 maybe. I'm not 100% for sure, to be honest.
Yo, right.
And she's
I have
alive.
this theory.
What's your theory?
Maybe. they have like this like whole clone factory in that palace. you
Oh
know?
yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
like, they're like manufacturing clones, Queen
Yeah, dude.
Elizabeth clones. Like,
Yeah. Like she died back in World War II. She like crashed her ambulance that she drove, but they've just been cloning her since then.
yeah. I mean, that's
Talking about the Queen still?
possibility.
That's so wild though. Like you see the Queen, right? And she's this old people, whatever. But then you look at pictures of her in World War II. Like she's like so young and everything. Like this chick, right here, in World War II, is still alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, my
Like-
great grandmother, she was born, the Great Depression, like in the middle of it.
But here's the thing. Like here's the funny part, right? Is the Queen was an adult, like a full-on adult in World War II, and she's still alive. She's 90. What did I say? 92.
My God.
I know. She's like she refuses to die, man. Like
It's not a clone factory.
yeah, there's no way like somebody lives this long through all
Pretty sure
this.
She's like 1 or 2 years off from being the king or queen, like ruling a country for the longest amount of time. Right now it's King Louis the 14th or something like that.
What from Britain?
No, well it's in all of history that we know
That is
of.
there's no way.
No, it's like we don't know about I don't know about pyramids, wherever, like, ancient Egypt or East Asia. Like as far as the Western history, she's like 2 years off from like the longest ruling monarch. Right now it's like King. I think it was one of the King Louis. I don't know. Or France.
One of these Louis.
Dude, there's like
What?
16 of them.
Dude, how many Queen Elizabeths are there?
2.
Wasn't
It was one a long time ago, like 1600s maybe. I don't know. I don't know much about that history. But
I wonder how many Queen Elizabeths there are.
You just asked how many Queen Elizabeths?
Wasn't there like?
She's
I'm not, like-
she's the second one.
Oh yeah, she's the second. Queen
It's not by
Elizabeth.
generation either. It's by just how many there were. Like King Louis XVI. Like
King Louis
there weren't 15 King Louis right before him. There's other names, but he's the 16th king named Louis. You know.
Oh my god, bro! Like 16 kings named Louis. It's like that's gotta be boring.
Yeah.
Like each one of those served for like 100 years. Basically, and they served like consecutive back to back. Everyone died, and the other one started, as soon as they died. That'd be like what 1600 years of everybody just referring to the King of England as King Louis.
Not quite 1600, but yeah. Well, a lot of them lived back then lived to like 40, 50 years old.
Yeah, 'cause there's actually like another like
Died
weird
being
theory.
coughed on.
Was actually some theory I was like looking about the other day. It's basically where like, you know how like old people are so feeble, and they're so weak and so like basically helpless. Like, there's like a theory that like humans aren't supposed to live past like 30. That's why a lot of people like way back in the older days died at like 30. And where
Well, yeah, because of modern medicine.
yeah, and there was
medicine.
modern medicine, and then everything else we have, like, because back then they was like fighting off like Tyrannosaurus Rexes with like sharpened rocks,
Or
and
the-
now
or
we
the plague.
yeah, or the plague didn't help too much, and then nowadays we're sitting here in our big comfy chairs with computers, watching TV, and all that stuff. So like life's quite a bit easier than it was back then. So you gotta wonder, like, were humans ever really meant to like live that long?
Well, I think by nature now.
Yeah,
look,
but,
look, there were. I mean, in the old times, and people certainly lived that long.
There's few people who live like super long, but not.
Yeah,
not
like,
that
you- like,
often. It's very
I
rare.
don't look at a lot of, like, I don't look at like a lot of religions and stuff. Like I know Christianity's one, but I'm not sure about any other. Like a lot of people live to be like 700 years old, which like, if that happened, right? Could you imagine living 700
Yeah,
consecutive
that-
back-to-back years? That's a lot of
That's-
years.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta get bored of living at that point. Like, is there anything? Like, what do? When you like turn like, do you age normally like we do now, where we're like at 100 and we can barely move, and you're just like that for like 600 more years?
I
Or
guess.
like,
That's
are you just like, is it so like, is aging so like slowed down for you that you're like, by the time you reach like the form that we reach now at 100, you're like 500 or something like that.
Yeah.
But Jesus, that like past like probably like 150th year, it seems like you just want to like kill yourself or something. That's a lot of living. Especially if you have to, if you're like in the modern day, like 100-year-olds that just can't really do anything, and you do that for 50 years, that just seems miserable.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm totally with you on that point, bro.
Like,
150 years doing nothing.
yeah, it's just sitting there, like, and like if that's like the case, that they're like wasn't able to do nothing past like 100 years, like they are now.
Wait,
They did
like
it
a
for
bunch of
700 years.
don't like a bunch of monks live very long though? Because of lifestyle, I guess.
Dude,
Yeah, like
dude,
what do monks
like-
do? Don't they like just like
That's
go
the
to
most
caves?
like,
boring
pray to their
life
god?
ever.
Actually, I'm gonna see.
Dude, some a lot of monks, the different types of monks, I guess you can be. A lot of them, you're not even allowed to like look at a woman your entire life.
Oh my god, dude. Jeez. Well, like, what happens
No,
if you
maybe-
do? What do you do? Like, gouge your
You're
eyes
not,
out or
you're
something?
not a monk anymore, I guess. I don't know.
You just get demonked. It's like social. It's like you get like, you know, like the Chinese social credit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that, but with monks. And if you get too much negative social, if you like go like negative social credit, you get demonked. Like, what? Do you, like, what? What are you so? I know a lot of the. I actually don't remember. But there's this one religion that if you show lust, you're supposed to pluck out your right eye.
If you what?
I can't
What?
remember. Yeah, there's some like religion. It might be a form of
Mhm.
Christianity, where if you like lust for like if you're a guy and you see a woman, you're like, oh yeah, you're supposed to pluck out your right eye. Nobody does it, but there's this one guy who did it, and he was supposed to be like super faithful and stuff like that. And he's supposed to be like a Giga Chad. But
They literally said no homo.
yeah. Like, could you imagine? Like, you're just like going about your normal days, and you see this chick, right? And then you kind of lust for a little bit, and then you're like, well, gotta pluck out my right
No.
eye. Oh, what do you do
Yep.
after that? What do you do after that? And what if you lust again?
Go home, I guess.
There's no eye to pluck. What do you do? Like, keep it in your pocket, so if you do that, like, you can put it back in your eye socket and re-plug it. just imagine that, like, you're out like a street, like 1280 or whatever, and this one dude's like, ah, dadgummit, reaches into his pocket, grabs an eyeball, puts it in, plucks it out, casts it on the ground. Like, bro, got caught in 4K.
Not again.
Not again.
Not again.
Come on, man. Have you guys seen that one monk? That he's like insanely old. He literally looks
Yeah,
dead.
dead.
Yeah, you know the guy I'm talking about? He looks dead,
Yeah,
but he's
yeah.
alive.
Don't.
Dog, have you seen him?
No.
Prince
Here, there's
Philip?
what?
Prince Philip?
Dog, look at the picture I sent. That monk. He literally looks. Let me send a picture of this guy. That dude looks dead.
God.
This man doesn't look living. He's supposed to be super old. I don't. Here's another one, which is
That must be painful
I-
to wake up.
it's gonna be painful just to blink at that point. This guy is supposed to be 200 years old. I think it's been debunked. I don't know. He looks like a mummified corpse to me, but like this dude literally looks like he is just decaying.
That
Like,
looks just.
and he's alive. He is alive, by the way. He's not dead. I don't know about now, but when that picture was took, he was a living being. And I'm just like,
No way.
I'm like, is that dirt or
No
like
way.
what? Is he that dirty and nobody can clean him or like?
I don't think he can clean himself.
But dude, he can probably not move from that one position without like
Probably couldn't
falling
clean himself
apart.
in 50 years.
Yeah, he probably is 200 years
He's
old.
just stuck in that
Like,
one
can nobody
position.
else clone you?
He's stuck in a praying
Can
position.
nobody else, like, you know, like,
Maybe
Like
the
that-
skin is so like
that's
fragile,
crazy.
you can peel off the skin, you know.
Here's the real question: how did you use the bathroom?
I don't think you do.
You pass like 150 years old and you just stop having to eat, and, like drink and use the bathroom and stuff. You just exist.
Exactly.
Like obviously this dude isn't eating it a lot because like he literally looks like he's decaying. I would assume that's being like a billion years old has a pretty huge part to play.
Yeah.
Dude, here's a picture of 4 women. Is these all women? Yeah, 4 women monks in a kitchen. 4 women monks in a kitchen.
I didn't have those.
Look.
No, what?
See? They're 4 women, female monks that's in a kitchen. I'm not gonna lie though. I thought the one on the far left was a dude. I genuinely thought she was a dude. Isn't monks Buddhists? Or are they a
Nope,
bunch of
they are.
different things? Or are they exclusively Buddhist?
Yep, they are Buddhist.
Yeah,
Well, they see Buddha as a god, right?
it's
Yeah.
not. Well, it's not quite God. It's weird.
I mean,
It's
I know they worship,
yeah.
and I know like Buddha, I like specifically asked like, "Yo, homies, don't worship me. I don't want that. I'm not a god." And there's like, "Yo, homie, nice opinion," but didn't ask and worshipped him anyways.
Yeah, didn't ask, don't ask, didn't care.
Yeah, we'll
No
worship you
policy.
anyways. Like imagine be like, see, Buddhists are like, are they like reincarnation people or like what? Like,
yeah, believe so.
yeah.
Actually,
Could you imagine-
yeah. Yeah, Buddhist is the.
Like imagine like,
No.
imagine
no,
that's the way it
that's
is,
Hindi.
like,
That's Hindi, I believe.
like imagine being like say reincarnation is real, right?
Right.
Like you gotta think, do you get to pick what are you gonna come back as? Because if so, I'm picking a bird personally, or you just get stuck with whatever you get.
Yeah,
So
I
like,
think the way it works is like depending on how good you are, you get different stuff. Like if you're really good, like in Hindi, you become a cow, which is like what's
yeah,
super sacred to them because like the people who are like really good that died, that's what is sacred to them.
yeah, isn't it illegal to actually like kill a cow?
It's
And
legal to
India,
do,
right?
like
And-
they like take
in
like
India-
if you're driving and stuff, wherever the cow lays on the road, like you can't even like move the cow. You just have to wait there.
Pulls out Glock 17.
No.
Like imagine you're like, okay, imagine living your life thinking that's true, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say it is, but like the part that's true is it doesn't matter how good you are. You're screwed. You just get like randomly picked for a random animal, right? Like I live my life so righteously or whatever by their laws or whatever. I'm gonna be a cow or whatever, right? And then you get reincarnated and you're something like a rat, and not any rat, a naked rat.
Just like a
Like-
New York City sewer rat.
Yeah, you just like spawn in New York City.
Alright, boys, we're dropping.
You just spawn in Chicago with an AK-47 in hand.
Do you know what dog's gonna pick?
Yeah, what's he gonna pick?
Cat girl.
No.
Yeah,
That's
doesn't
not even
have
like
cat.
a thing.
No,
I don't know.
you'd be a cat because you're a cat girl.
Hey.
No, my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you like wolves. Yeah, that's it.
No.
What I'll pick? Oh,
Wait, what would you pick?
Nothing.
Capybara?
Oh my god, I hate capybaras so much. I genuinely, they were kind of cool for like when they started getting popular. They was kind of cool, you know. Then the stupid memes, dude.
The only good meme about them, the only cool thing about them is the pull up meme.
Okay, yeah, that meme got overdone though. If I'm gonna be 100% honest.
Yeah.
Like it got so overdone. Like I now literally cannot stand that meme, dude. I
Blue's
hate
whole
that.
identity is like based around capybaras.
I know, and I hate it. It's so stupid. Like I mean, if like capybaras, I mean, good on you, right? But like Blue has taken it to an extreme.
That's
Like,
because
he's
Blue's
not
an
gonna do like-
extremist. That's
He's a leftist communist extremist.
the
He's
12-year-old
social.
leftist extremist.
You like see on the news? See what this 12-year-old leftist capybara extremist has to say.
Okay, I pull up.
Okay, pull up. Could you imagine though, like religion, right? You know, everybody basically everybody has a religion. Some people don't, but like basically, like when there's like no like electronics or nothing to really go for, no cars, you know, nothing like that to go for, and there's just kind of you live, you die, and that's the extent of it. So basically, all people had was religion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you imagine starting an entire war, like killing thousands and thousands of people, because that guy doesn't agree with my religion? Like I'm gonna go cut that guy's throat because he's not in line with my religion. Or
I can sort of understand defending against Christianity, because Christianity is like kind of torn apart many civilizations. But if you, I don't understand that Christian versus Muslim, whatever, you know.
Well, I mean, wasn't that over Jerusalem? Like
yeah, it's because Muslim, Christianity, and Judaism all come from like the first. They all share like the Old Testament, the Bible, pretty much. Like mostly, right? There's all very similar and like same like really similar roots. They just go off, they branch out, and so Jerusalem is the Holy Land to all three of them. And so the fighting over who can have a Holy Land.
What do you see? Why can't they just split it?
Because that, I don't know.
Wait, what?
I should ask them.
See, I'm too smart. I'm too smart, man.
Okay, I'll just go back in time and tell them that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to see when was like the. God, when was that? I don't remember the year. I used to, but I don't anymore. Let's go back to whenever that was. Like, yo, homies, I'll welcome to the Muslims, cause that's a great idea. I'm like, yo, homie, instead of going and killing these dudes to get to your promised land, why don't we just like draw a line in the middle? You have half, they have half, live in harmony, peace, and then I'll probably get decapitated. But you know, I tried. I'll probably just.
Right.
I'm not gonna get shot, dude. What am I gonna get shot by a bow and arrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna shoot me with a bow and arrow at point blank.
Detroit.
Detroit simulator.
Detroit alpha build.
Oh, dude. Let's see.
Is that true? They'll shoot you with a bow and arrow in Detroit?
Well, I mean, no, they shoot like a Mac 10 or something there. They built different.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter how many gun laws. See,
And
people think gun laws solve all problems, but then like you look at Chicago, man, or Detroit or whatever. Yeah, Chicago. But isn't there like yeah, like how many people die in Chicago a day? Let me actually Google that.
Probably not too many days. Probably not as many as you think in a day, but like in a week, it'd be more, of course, naturally. But I don't know.
Alright, let's see how many people was. Oh, dude. Tag Chicago weekend shootings. They just have weekend shootings.
Weekend shooting?
Yeah, man. Like. Let's just do it in a week, because I feel like there isn't someone who dies every single day.
No.
Although I would not be surprised it is Chicago we're talking about. Alright. Let's see if I can actually get a legitimate answer. I'm not Chicago, dude. Like, riddle me this bad, man. The Chicago Tribune. You literally have to turn off your ad blocker before you can go on there.
They probably make most of that money through ads, though.
Yeah, but like, it's so. Just like, get a life, man. Just get a life.
That is a lie.
You see,
Let's see.
that's
Murder.
all left and right.
Okay. Okay. Per 100,000 people, 28 is a victim of murder/homicide.
Every day.
That's so far.
That's not right.
That's in the year of 2022.
Yeah, that's annual.
Yeah, and the year 2020, not the year 2020, 696 through 774 people died in that whole year.
Oh, is it all? What's the cause though?
Jesus, in 2016, 762 through 774 people died.
What's the cause of death though?
Murder/homicide.
Oh.
This is all murder/homicides. Oh my god, dude! 1974. They have an exact. Okay, here 1974 seems like according to Wikipedia, absolute worst year for it. They have an exact number too. 970 people died in 1974 due to murder/homicide.
Well, back in the 70s, that was the civil rights movement and stuff. So, that's probably adds to it.
Yeah, that probably had a little bit something to do to it. But like, if you want to play Call of Duty in real life, just go to Chicago, bro. There you go. Like, you don't want to go to Warzone, cause you're getting told what to do. You know what I mean? Like, you're getting told to go here, do this, do that, do this. Nah, you don't want that if you want to play Call of Duty in real life. You go to Chicago. No, you go to Chicago. You do whatever you want. You want to buy a minigun? I'm sure you can find one. I guarantee there's someone there that'll sell you a minigun.
They will. I mean,
Yeah, it's Chicago. And if you can't get it there,
that's true.
what's
Okay, Chicago, then Detroit, then
Detroit?
Kharkiv.
what's the place in what's the place in Pakistan? What's that one place?
Oh, Cyber Pass.
Yep, Khyber Pass. If everybody else failed you, Khyber Pass. They'll probably have some
Cyber Pass,
weird
Cyber Pass.
jank. I said Khyber Pass.
I said Cyber.
We got you, homie.
Oh yeah. It may not be like an actual you know, U.S. or like actual like huge.
Or actual gun.
Yeah, it might be some like weird hodgepodge things. Some like one-eyed dude like put together in his basement with JV Weld. But I mean, it'll work for some time. Can't guarantee how long.
Just show them like the picture. Hey, I want this.
Yeah. Dude, you show them a picture of like a minigun, and they come out with like some little like bitty version of it. It's like but just tiny, and it shoots like 22. Would that be possible?
22,
Or
that would
22 is
be-
a
that would be
rim
terrible.
fire? Well, a minigun 22?
Dude, 22, that would be the most unreliable thing. Oh my god, that would be
The
terrible.
jams, the amount of jams. That'd be disgusting.
That'd be
too.
jammed on every 10th round. You shoot for like half a second, it's jams.
It'd be kind of cool if you could get to work with somehow reliably though, which would be, I feel, nearly impossible. But I mean, if you could.
Yeah, step
That'd
one,
be the- that'd be
replace the round.
Hmm?
Step one, that would be replacing the round.
Yeah, but like I'm talking about, like if you could manage to make a 22 caliber minigun successful.
And what that point?
That's
What the
awesome,
point
like,
that be?
zero recoil.
Like just like
Fun,
stopping
like,
the
you-
targets.
you-
Oh, well, that's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little fun gun. Like, I mean, you could probably like get one of those pretty reasonably cheap because it is 22. Like it should be sub $1,000, I would assume. Although with gun laws, you know, it'd probably be like $50,000. Yo, you know if you actually make
You get
if
your
they,
22 caliber minigun. Yeah, please. Go ahead. Continue, Red.
if you guys want to make a suppressor here in America, right?
Continue.
You know what you but you want to be like say you play Modern Warfare or the Modern Warfare 2010 and you use the oil can suppressor. You know what? You're like, you know what? I have this gun. I can make this happen, right? And if you actually make that, and you don't get like the paperwork done on that oil filter suppressor and get it registered, put serial numbers on it and all that stuff, you have actually committed a felony by not putting numbers on an oil filter because it's a suppressor. I kid you not.
Bam.
What if you
Yeah,
classify as a
It was
compressor
your dog.
or muzzle brake, like a muzzle
I,
device, a multi-muzzle
well,
device with that?
I mean, like, I don't know. To me, you should be able to like
Dude,
classify
that'd
like.
be so funny if if our like the ATF is here is like, what's this? He's like, that's an oral can. It's like, looks like it was suppressors. Nah, it's a muzzle brake. You see, it's
Yeah.
a muzzle brake. You don't need a serial number.
Exactly, like, just let me be, man.
Yeah, it keeps the
but, like-
recoil down.
But like for oil filters and stuff, oil filter suppressors are kind of popular for. Well, you know, they're not really popular, but you know, they're known.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they're not gonna buy that. They're like, no, you meant this as a suppressor. You don't live under a rock. You've seen every like 80s movie that has that.
Yeah.
But don't they work super well either?
No, they work terribly. I think they last like 3 shots, and then they start really getting like louder on the third, and they start just getting progressively louder and louder. They just don't do jack.
Oh, that's weird. So when shooting suppress, your first shot, like if you have a shotgun, right? Like with the suppressor on, like it's like after like between times of shooting it, right? Like the first shot would always be louder than the second shots and the preceding shots because of the air still filling the air in the suppressor.
Very interesting. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure
So
you
you
did
don't-
know that.
He may have less chromosomes than us, but like he does say some intelligent things every once in a while.
Mm.
So what you do for your first shot? You like. So there's a trick.
I know where this is going.
Some war. No. It's a legitimate trick. So,
Oh.
so for your first shot, you add some water in your suppressor, and it'll like wire your.
Somehow I don't. Is that? I don't know. Something about that seems like it's like an old impact stamp thing.
Watch, this is definitely he's learning it from this Khyber Pass field trip.
Yeah, there's like he's like in like 8th grade. They just take all the kids to Khyber Pass and teach them how to make a fully automatic 1911.
The full
See, I was gonna say-
auto
Dude, I have to say something now.
Off of the
Do you,
Glock years from.
The what? The Glock? It's from Khyber Pass?
No.
Oh, I was down it.
Cousin.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh my god.
Have you seen
the
like the?
1911 Glock meter?
I've seen that. Dude, what was he shooting at into too? He's like shooting into like a mound of dirt. It's like 2 feet away from him.
Wait, that's a real thing?
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's a Glock or like type thing, but it is a fully automatic 1911 thing.
It's a no. It's a not a 911. It's a Tokarev TD-33.
Oh, is it?
A Soviet Tokarev TD-33.
Dude, I know you guys have seen that like jank, like M4 thing they made. Well, I mean, there's like billions of those.
It's
Let
like
me see if I can find it. That exact one is just. Why?
why not?
I mean, I guess, but like at the same time, like, yeah, the AR-47. It's like an M4, but not. It's like that. What's that one? The mutant. Is it a mutant dog?
The
MK47.
mutants, the
MK47.
the M4 AK.
Yeah. It's like the mutant, but like with autism. Or not autism. Like now it's
The mutant special product.
Khyber Pass guns.
Yeah. like this is like I love how they put like Colt branding on it, like on it. It's like
Put
yeah,
Colt brandings and stuff. They kept,
dude, that is so.
I don't
Dude,
think they really
that's
care much
so
about
bad.
legality then.
Dude, what are they gonna do? They have like a bunch of AR-AKs. Okay, like this thing literally all they have done is fix this thing up where it could have. They took an AK, fix it up to where it could have like a free floating handrail, put like an AR barrel on it, chambered it in 5.56, and then just like put this jank AR-15 charging handle on top. And then just
Property of yes government.
yes, sir. I'm proud of that U.S. government property, bro. And isn't it like actual like more like Colt stuff, like liquid,
Yeah,
actual like gold over there?
they are.
Dude, that is so bad.
Yes, they are.
So this is the
I
AK
forgot how.
method?
No, it's neither. It's an AR AK. It's like a weird.
ARK?
Identify as
Yeah,
AK.
I think it's more AK than
It used to be an AK. Oh yeah, I do see that receiver.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, look, wait till he flips it over, and then it looks like an M4 thing. It's just like
That's crazy.
that is just like the most. Oh no, dude,
Oh,
they put a scope on it. They put it, dude. Look, dude, not, dude. You remember where we saw that? You see how he's shooting it? Where he is grabbing the buttstock and just like, yeah. Remember the video of we was watching? Me and Doc was watching this video of China.
Oh.
Terrible at what they do, right? And when they tried to invade Vietnam, and there's some video, right? I think it was of a Chinese soldier.
There's a Chinese soldier fighting in Vietnam.
Yeah, and he was holding his AK, right? But he wasn't holding it like he's supposed to. He was trying to like, I guess he was trying to get as much reach as he could for some reason. And he would have one hand on the pistol grip, obviously. Then he'd get his other hand and he'd put it on the stock. And he wouldn't shoulder it. He would just reach out and just blind fire. It's terrible. Although this Pakistani dude's doing it, like, he's used to doing it. He looks like he's done this in time. I love how does it think jam?
That Pakistani dude, he's definitely just shooting that way, just
Because he doesn't want it to explode and blow half his face off.
yeah. The Chinese guy, he didn't know what he's doing. Like he never been taught how to shoot a gun before. He said the basic training said this button is shoot, this button is not no shoot, have fun.
I love that
Another
video.
march, like oh my god.
I love the Chinese marksmanship video so much. When the bullets hit the target and they've already tumbled completely sideways.
Dude, they were like 8 yards away. How do you?
They gotta be smoothbore. And still yet, like jeez man.
No,
I just start watching people.
smooth bore, like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
smooth
even
bore,
with that,
no way that's even the right caliber barrel. Like, the barrel's like, God, that thing's like spinning in the barrel sideways.
they stop firearms to just issue everybody a bunch of grenades. They'd be better off killing something like that than those rifles. It's like past 8 yards, ineffective.
Oh my God, give all those guys grenades, dude.
Dude,
Well, dude,
the grenades.
They'll pull a pin. Like, oh well, the enemy dies died. Oh, too bad. Just like let go. Just put it down.
Blow half the platoon up.
Dude. Oh my god.
Dude, could you imagine though if he was fighting an enemy that had only grenades? You'd be in a building and it's like 8 grenades would come through the window.
Well, all you need to do is to get on this bomb-proof suits, like
Those aren't bomb-proof, right?
It's shrapnel-proof.
Shrapnel resistant. That thing's truly like bulletproof. It technically doesn't really exist. It's kind of bullet resistant. So bulletproof vest really isn't bulletproof. It's just bullet resistant.
It's not bullet resistant, unfortunately.
Foreheads.
The skull of a baby. I was kidding.
But that's a great place to leave it off. That's a really great place to leave it off because I gotta go.
Ooh, alright.
Yeah. So I mean,
Alright. Have you stopped it?
Alright.
No, yeah.
Stop it.
Alright. Goodbye.